All right.
Doing?
I'm doing good, man. Episode 3.
Wow.
I'm your host, PK, and Jem.
What's going on?
And something I'm like excited to talk about. They just released a press conference for PlayStation 5.
I saw that.
Wow, I'm excited as hell for that.
Yeah, I just saw a whole bunch of clips on Instagram about Zion Williamson, the NBA player, and 2K's graphics. I watched a bit of stuff on YouTube about it.
I'm excited,
How you
man.
feeling?
I'm excited, bro. Like especially the games they're announcing, man. Like they're announcing Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
Mm-hmm.
The next spin-off version of Spiderman with Miles Morales.
Oh wow, that'll be fun. I used to play Spiderman. Yeah. I used to play Spiderman.
Right, did you play the new one that came out on PS4?
No, I didn't play PS3.
No, it's pretty good, man. I highly recommend it. Like it's the way they did it was kind of like the story was they did their own story. They didn't follow anything.
Yep.
And the way they pulled it off was just terrific.
Yeah.
And especially because they introduced Miles Morales. So with this game that's coming out on PS5, it's a spin-off version of that game. Okay. You know, it's mainly focusing on Miles Morales. I'm not actually sure.
Who's Miles Morales?
Oh, you don't know who Miles Morales is? Oh, no, he's the Black Spider-Man. The Black Spider-Man.
Is that from...
Do you remember that cartoon?
What's that? Spider-Man Into the Verse?
Into the Verse, yeah. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched that. I reckon that was a really good movie.
That's probably, to be honest, coming number 2 of my favorite Spider-Man movies.
A really good movie.
It was good. It was hilarious.
I forgot who put me on that. It was Reinhardt from my gym, my head trainer. He was telling me it's a really good movie, and I went home and I watched it. Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
I like the themes about it.
It was good. Really good. Especially like just having, because he's half black, half Spanish. And like that's a big representation, especially the Spider-Man role.
How do you think the white community feels about that?
No, they definitely were in a big uproar. Like, do you remember when this was a trash movie, by the way, but the new Fantastic Four? Yeah,
what they do?
I like the take on it. This is Michael B. Jordan, amazing actor, I love him. But he played the Human Torch, who's predominantly white in like the comics and everything in the movies. But they did a switch with like he's black. It's just an interracial family and everything, which is normal. Like you do see interracial families where someone's white and then someone's black, or like their half sister. That's what they did with this movie. Smart. I thought it was a smart take on it because it just represents what the world is today. But there was a big uproar of like, what? He's supposed to be white. It's a comic book, bro. Crazy. It's a comic book. He could be any color. It could be any nationality. But yeah, I definitely think there was definitely a little bit of an uproar with it when it came to Miles Morales. But when you play the video game, you kind of play as Miles Morales in the new Spider-Man. So you already know what the storyline and everything. So it's not like a brand new version. Like where people are like, oh, what's happening? It's just a spin-off of it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I think that'll be cool.
Yeah, and what else games? They're doing this. I like this and don't like this, and I know you're a big fan of Grand Theft Auto, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So they're remaking Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah. And
they're putting it on PS5. That's good and all, but I'm like, man, make a number 6.
Yeah. Why didn't they do that? What was the reasoning behind that?
Because I think it's because GTA 5 is so big still.
It's still big.
Online wise, they're still pumping up new content, and I think they just don't want to. I know we have any. Yep.
No. I was just gonna say, why don't they have 2K? Every year we're buying 2K and we're dumb. We are dumb as fuck to be buying 2K every single year because it's the same thing. They just update the roster. They don't just update. They can easily just want to update all the stuff and then have the next year. But they're like, oh no, every year though.
And the graphics don't really change that much. Like not that much.
No, they don't.
You know, maybe a few years.
They need to change the gameplay. Fuck the graphics. They need to change the gameplay. It's so bad.
Yeah. But you're still playing it though. Well, you haven't.
To be honest, I bought it this year because AD's on the cover, Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I haven't touched it.
Oh, fair. Okay.
I haven't touched it. I gave it to Jun Lee. It's at his house now. He's playing it.
So he's smashing it. But I actually never knew this. So I knew you and a few other people like Ralph and all that, and Robbie. They play 2K, and I actually never knew it's part of competitive gaming.
Oh yeah, because the online version
it's a giant community like that and FIFA. But you always hear FIFA though in it though.
Yeah, 2K is huge. You should have seen when everything went down because of coronavirus and sports,
Mm-hmm.
they were doing like 2K comps on ESPN.
Oh, bro.
And then like NBA players were doing 2K comps as well.
Yeah.
There
There's a lot of things that like gaming wise got so big through this COVID-19. Like Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing came. no, big serious. Animal Crossing right now went to a new level. And like the Switch sales smashed all records.
Because of Animal Crossing?
Yep, that too.
Yeah, you know, I never ever heard of Animal Crossing in my life until Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
And she started talking, she would always say like, you know, I had a Game Boy DS or so.
Yeah.
And I'd always play this game, Animal Crossing. And then this year during TikTok, like, you know, coronavirus, TikTok was smashing out. She was always saying like, there's a new version of Animal Crossing. I'm like, what, the game you used to play when you were a kid? Yeah. And then it was weird. I saw social media, Instagram. I saw not influencers, but like celebrities playing Animal Crossing, and it was just like a cultural thing.
I've never actually played it, to be honest.
I don't even know what it's about. I asked Chelsea, well, what are you doing it? She goes, I build homes. I build a community. I build a thing. And I'm just like,
it looks kind of, you know what though? Like it kind of looks like a vamped up / kiddie version of yeah, I was gonna say GTA, like Sims or something.
Yeah,
you know?
Sims,
yeah.
Sims.
But with
like
animals and everything.
I don't know what I've tried to work out what compels you to keep going. Like, what's the aim of the game? Like, what do you do when you finish? Like, how do you finish it? How
do you finish GTA 5?
That's true.
I mean, like after you finish the storylines
like
and everything.
Online?
I mean, you get the online. You're just like killing random people. I mean, like even when you finish the story, like the story mode. I mean, what compels you to keep playing? You know.
I don't.
But I mean, when you first played it.
Yeah. Well, what I liked about online, I got to jump in. This is like 2013. This is GTA 5. 2013 came out.
Yeah. It was like literally the year before we went to America.
Yeah. And then I remember I was heavy playing. A whole bunch of the boys from the area, we were all jumping in. Yeah. We were dressed up as lads, and then we just go around and just jump people. Yeah, that was fun for me. After that, I got over it. I didn't know. Right here. I didn't know it was still going on. I didn't know it was still a big thing. I don't know why they don't just make a GTA 6 for PS5.
Well, they did side games, I guess. Like it's not connected to GTA, but like Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Have you ever played it?
Yeah, I played it. I got a friend named Tong and Sam. Tong and Sam, shout out Sam. He knows that whenever we bring up Red Dead Redemption, when I was a kid, it would take forever to get from one point to the other town.
That's still like that.
So what I do, he knows that I would get my little sister Joy. She was like 8 back then or something, like young. I go, Joy, you want to play a game? She goes, yeah, I'll play. I'll give her the controller and I'll get her to just go straight. And then she'll go to the other town, and then I'll be like, "Hey, fast."
That's smart. I should have done that with my sister.
That's what I used to do. Red Dead Redemption. That's what.
You know, it's funny. Like at her age, she was probably just like, I'm doing something.
She's like riding the horse all the way, and then I was just go, take me, go straight all the way, and then I get to the other town because it takes forever.
They made a Red Dead Redemption 2. It's a really good story, by the way. It's an amazing game. But the reason, like this is the thing that annoys the crap out of me. Red Dead 1, the one you're playing, you know how it's slow to get to another town?
Yeah,
it's the exact same thing in number 2. Like, that's the only reason why I don't replay it, because it's a good storyline, but like, it fucking takes so long
to get from one point to the other. And it's, I know, with GTA, it's kind of like you're going through the streets, scenery kind of changes. Red Dead Redemption's a desert.
Yeah, it looks the same. It kind of looks the same. Even number 2, so Horizon Zero Dawn, that's an open world game, right? And that's pretty much, it's about the apocalypse. And then like they're rebuilding, and there's like machine animals. Anyway, but like the world is so different. Like you see snow one moment, you're in a forest, you see an old broken down like city. It's so much about that game, but everything looks different. Red Dead Redemption, it looks good, but like a lot of times you're kind of seeing the same thing.
Yeah.
Good graphics.
That's what I'm saying. That's why and it felt longer because it's just like you're doing the same. You don't crash into a wall and then go up and then punch someone.
Yeah. Like it kind of felt repetitive, especially towards the end. Like the story was amazing, but just getting towards A to B, it took like forever. I think that's what's the reason why the game takes so long. It's just from the hours. But the GTA 5 remake, I'm not getting why they don't remake it.
They were showing snippets of that at the PS5. Yeah, they were showing snippets of it.
They were showing a bit of it. They mainly showed Horizon Zero Dawn, and the Miles Morales, but they showed other games too.
Yeah, what were the other games? What's like a, you know how they usually have like a marquee game that they...
I think the ones that they were pushing were just Horizon Zero Dawn 2, because that's a big game.
And they're not, those aren't available on Xbox.
Nah, just PlayStation exclusives, which is, that's smart for doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but and like Ratchet and Clank, but I'm not really like, that's, you know, do your thing there. But I'm good.
I used to play that when I was younger on PS2, maybe three probably.
Yeah, no, I liked it. I don't think I was a massive fan of it.
Have you always been a PS guy?
Yeah, PlayStation's day one.
Yeah,
I mean,
too.
like obviously like the Sega Mega Drives and stuff I used to play, and like the Nintendo 64 and stuff.
Yeah, 64. But I never owned one. I've always just
had a friend. You had a friend?
Carl was a Nintendo guy. I always played Sony PlayStation 1. My first game was Hercules.
Oh yeah, it's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good game. I liked Aladdin. Aladdin was good.
I don't remember playing that. PS2, my first game with PS2, I'll never forget. My mum bought I had a PS2. She bought the first box of Krispy Kreme, so that would have been like 2003 in Sydney.
Yeah.
With NBA Street.
How does that look like then?
So it was the box of a dozen Krispy Kremes with NBA Street on PS2, and she gave it to me, and I was like, yeah.
That's the mom of the year right there. That's good.
Yeah. PS3, I don't remember, but yeah, I've been on PS4. Barely played it the past few years. Only at the start. I remember I got when I left a previous place of employment at a bank.
Oh yeah.
I remember that I got a gift voucher for him for Christmas or something.
Yeah.
And I used that towards JB Hi-Fi. And I was like, what am I going to buy? I don't really need anything, but I've always wanted a PS4. I bought the PS4. I remember my friend Jun Lee telling me, don't get it because you'll play it for the first few months and then after everything, you just like fade away the excitement and everything. And I was like, no, I'll get into it. We'll play 2K all the time. Yeah. And just too much, not enough time.
No, I get that. Especially when you get older, it's hard to balance that gaming life. Yeah. Like even if you're always used to it, it's hard to balance it like adult life and gaming life. Yeah,
I don't know. Unless you really pursue it, those guys go hard. And I have family friends that are still going good on gaming.
Yeah. Well, like I mean, like myself, I still game. Like I still can balance, but like single life, it's I don't have a girlfriend. Yeah, I got a lot of time. Game. I ain't gonna lie, even when I did have a girlfriend, I still made time for it. Not even lying. It's like babe, do you want to go for dinner tonight? I'm like, nah, I got something to do.
Yeah. I wish I could say that.
Fair enough. But I think one thing that's crazy about the PS5, so they're I don't know if you saw this, they're releasing two versions of it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be one's discless, digital, and the other one like you can put discs in it.
Yeah.
So obviously the digital one, like it's going towards that way. I'm still gonna buy the hard copy version just because I like having the discs, and obviously I'm not sure about the memory frame of that. Like I don't know how many games I might buy on it because PlayStation lifespans last like what, maybe 8 years, 9 years. I don't know when the PS4 came out, but it definitely came out before
2010.
2011. Yeah. So
this past decade.
Yeah. So I feel like it has that 8 to 10 year lifespan.
Yep.
So I know I'm not going to keep every game. Like I know I'm not going to have enough memory for every game that I buy, but sometimes I want to replay them and stuff.
Oh, so they're all online. Did you say that?
No. So there's two versions of it. Oh. All the games are going to be online, but there's going to be a digital version where you can buy it online, but you can't put discs on. And there's going to be the disc version where you can buy it online or you put the disc in.
Oh, I'd rather get the one with the disc because it feels like you're buying something, you got it in your hand.
Yeah. What games did you play though?
On PS.
And like, what's your top 3 favorite games?
GTA, 2K, the usual. I was trying to get into, like.
Were you much of a storyline guy, like with games? Like I know you played 2K.
Kingdom Hearts. On PS2, not on PS3.
No, there wasn't on there. There wasn't.
PS2, yeah, Kingdom Hearts.
You play 1 and 2?
I played 1. Heavy.
That's a good storyline.
Heavy.
I love number 1.
Heavy.
I played I played all the series, to be honest.
I remember when not PS.
PS2?
No, Kingdom Hearts 3?
Yeah,
just
3.
Came out?
Yeah.
How is it? Because like I remember we were hyping it. We were saying we were gonna. I was gonna get into it, but I never bought it. Is it
So it's hard because when you're a long time fan of any game or any series, you're so excited. You hype it up in your head. It doesn't even matter what it is. It could be anything. it's like the Lion King remake. Think of it like that. It's like
Yep.
you were pumped up for it, but then it didn't hit the target.
Yep.
With Kingdom Hearts 3, it was rushed. I love
Rushed?
It was so
They
rushed.
had 10 years, 12 years.
But
But
I
can be rushed.
But they had side games though. They had so many side
like
games.
1.5. And
Yeah,
shit.
1.5.
Why?
And I think it's just because they wanted to. They never just put it on a console, and I get it why. Because it's not just Square Enix. It's a big company like Square Enix, a big company like Disney, and there's a lot of licensing that you have to go through.
Yeah.
Like with number 3, amazing thing about it, they had Toy Story in it.
Mhm.
They had Monsters Inc.
Mhm.
They were the new additions. They had other ones as well, but they were the biggest ones. And when you like, that's a lot of licensing hoops that you have to like dive in. They wanted to
Makes sense.
yeah, they wanted to put Moana in it. They wanted to put
Moana.
yeah.
That would have been cool. The first time I watched Moana was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That was the first time.
That's a good movie, bro. You know
That's
what?
a great movie.
I love the movie. You know when everyone was like, I love Frozen and everything. I was like, yeah, Frozen's good. It was when it first came out. It was alright. But then you watch Moana, that smashes Frozen out of the
That's
waters.
true. I remember watching Frozen for the first time 2014 when he told me to go watch it, and it was like the biggest movie back then.
Yeah, let it go.
And we watched it on the plane on
Yeah.
the way to America.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was good. I didn't feel like it was. Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. I didn't think it was, a Disney classic for me. Maybe because I'm not a young kid to watch it.
A young little girl.
I'm sure they
I feel like a
grow
lot
up.
I feel like a lot of little girls would have loved that movie.
Yeah, when they grow up.
And empowered women, definitely.
When they grow up,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure they'll look back at that. But Moana's cool.
Oh, that's
Like, it's
amazing.
just
It has
cool.
The Rock in it.
The Rock, yeah.
Like when he first saying "You're welcome," like for me, I was just like, that was that Robin Williams moment where you're just like, I'm not seeing the actor, I'm seeing the character.
Mm-hmm. For sure, yeah. And it's hard because with The Rock, whenever you watch him in a movie, I think, oh, it's The Rock, and he plays kind of the same similar roles most of the time, and
Yeah.
I think that's The Rock. So that's not really to judge a good actor. I think is when you watch a movie and you just don't remember that that's The Rock or that's
Yeah.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Because as much as they're as high as they are on my list as really good at what they do,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that they work hard. When they watch movies, and I love The Rock, he's one of my idols growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
I look at him and I'm like, in the movies, I don't really enjoy it because sometimes it's just too much. It's just The Rock.
Yeah.
It's not, Hobbs or.
Oh yeah, it's definitely The Rock. I mean, when you
It's
see
The Rock.
when you see The Rock there, and then you look at like, I don't know if you ever watched it, Journey 2.
Mm.
Yeah, it's The Rock.
Yeah.
I think you know what I liked him. Like I liked it when he played Central Intelligence with Kevin Hart. And
that
there
was cool.
Yeah, I thought that was cool because
cool.
he kind of played a different version of himself ish.
Yeah.
Still the same, but like more of a kiddie version, which I liked.
There was one that I really liked of him when his brother died. His brother died, and he was on a hunt to try and like find his brother's killers or like avenge his brother's killers. That was a good movie.
I'm trying to think about it. But I can't think of the name to save my life. But
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. With Kingdom Hearts though, how did that make you feel? Because like the first time you're actually playing with all of these Disney characters.
Yeah, well, you get to control
Mm-hmm.
like the character you are, was Sora,
Yeah. You get to talk to like Peter Pan.
and you get to hang out. Like they ride with you.
Yeah, yeah. And
It's like Space Jam, but with Disney characters. Like
Oh,
they get to ride with you.
yeah,
That's the best part of it.
I'm so excited for it, man. I don't know.
Are they releasing a new Kingdom Hearts on PS5 or?
I think that's in the works, but like it took 10 years just to make number 3. So I mean, I can't hold my breath that much. But the way so they've already ended number 3, like the story of it. Sora is still going to be a main character, but it's going to be a completely new story. So if you played number 2 and number 3, and even all the side games, they all relate to. You probably heard the name, you probably forgot it. Xehanort, who was the guy with the his name was Anson at the time. He had long white hair. He was anyway. So Xehanort's pretty much been finally killed. He was the main boss.
Yep.
So it's going to be a completely new story, number 5.
Uh-huh.
They're talking about they're going to release a game on PS5, but they said that with number 3, and Kingdom Hearts never even hit number 3. So that's kind of sad, but Kingdom Hearts series, it will definitely be one of my favorite games. It's just because it has, I'm an Asian kid. Like I grew up on Final Fantasy, so Square Enix and Disney. So it's like, it's hard for me not to be like so amped up about it. I think that's the reason why I had high expectation of number 3.
Yeah.
Because 1 and 2 were classics.
Definitely, and 1 was a classic. It was 1. I don't even remember 2. 1 was definitely a classic.
Yeah, but like The competitive in gaming is going pretty big, like in the community.
Yeah, gaming is crazy now.
Like we have a friend who
esports.
Yeah, esports. Yeah, I was gonna say we have a friend that like I never knew how much of a competitive gamer he is because he bounces a lot with different games. Robbie actually bounces between 2K. He's played FIFA. He's played COD. He's played the Halo series as well. I'm like, this guy plays so many different video games, and that's the competitive series. Even like the fighting versions wise, like Tekken, Street Fighter, and for me, like one of my favorite games too is Smash Brothers. Yeah. That's where I actually heard about Animal Crossing because Animal Crossing, they put Nintendo characters in Smash Brothers and other places. Love it.
What was that game that you tagged some of the boys in?
Oh, that was Horizon Zero Dawn 2. So that's the one that's coming out on PS5. You gotta watch it, man. Like it's.
I'll have a look. I'll check it out.
There's like some, I don't know. There's some games like there's a lot of games that it's hard for me to play because I'm like, will I like it? Do you want to invest that much time for a game that you're just like okay-ish with? Especially like nowadays, I'm like, you got so much adult life to do right now. Like, do I want to waste it on a game that I'm not even into? Like next game I'm gonna play is Last of Us 2. You ever heard about that game? It's a zombie apocalypse game, but it's not a cliche game. It's like a movie type of game. Yeah, and it's a great story. It's kind of like Walking Dead, but like season 1 to 4. Don't worry about the rest. But like 1 to 4 are just classic. So I'm hoping number 2 is gonna be good. The reviews are out.
Yeah,
it's
the reviews.
It's like 10 out of 10.
When is PS5 releasing?
They say it's gonna be. I reckon it's gonna be in November-ish. Near Christmas time, which makes sense because they need
Christmas time PS5. That'll be sick present.
Girlfriends, get ready. Take note.
Yep.
I'm excited for that. You gonna buy it?
How much did they say?
They didn't say the price.
They
didn't say the pricing yet. I think
it'll be close to $1,000 for sure.
I don't know. So because they have to think they're. Like, look at the Switch prices. In Australia, the Switch prices are like what, $350 or something?
Well, just the Switch to the TV or the light?
The Switch, the game.
The light one?
The light? Oh, yeah, the light one. Yeah, the Switch.
Or the one that you can put and link to a TV.
Isn't that the same thing?
No, there's 2 different ones. I learned that as well. We just learned that as well. Chelsea, how much was the light one? How much is the light one? Switch.
Like this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my girlfriend Chelsea bought a Nintendo Switch Lite where you can't plug it into the TV. She said it was just about $300 or so.
Yeah.
I think you put another 100 or so on top, which is the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
So that'll be 400 or so. So yeah, I get your price point.
Yeah, like imagine like all right. So imagine let's imagine if you bought your missus the Switch, right? Let's just say the actual Switch, right?
Yeah.
You paid $400 and you're like, babe, like it's Christmas coming up, so PS5, right? It's like it's $1,000 for PS5. I'm like, that's a $600 difference. Yeah. Like, do you want a Switch? I'll get you a Switch.
Do you think parents would pay? Yeah, I get.
I mean,
parents, you reckon they'll go 1,000 for their kids to buy? It's hard. $1,000 is a lot of money.
That's pushing it. I think even if.
But then, what I was thinking last night about price points for a PS5 is, how much are our phones these days? 1,100, 1,300, 1,400 has a life of 2
years.
I know we use it every day, but
2
years, 3 years. But we pull out a lot of money for a phone.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do with that PS5.
Well, PS5, again, it's the lifespan, I guess it's worth it, but it just depends how much you game. Like, someone plays yourself, like, if you don't play it that much, that 1,000 price tag, like, you would just be like, I'm just going to wait. Like, you wait till the prices drop when you will play. Unless it's something that you really want to play. I think that's the reason why they're bringing the big names, like the new Spiderman spin-off game, Horizon Zero Dawn, but they need more games. I think that's another reason why they're making the GTA 5 remake, and they'll probably have like add-ons with that game, but I definitely think that's the reason why they're trying to push that. I don't know. You said this part. When you mentioned Space Jam, I just want to. What is your thoughts on Space Jam 2 with LeBron?
My first thought that when you asked that question just then was it should have been Kobe first.
Yeah.
Kobe should have done a Space Jam 2.
R.I.P.
I don't know. Well, I think it'll be cool. He's in LA now, so
yeah.
If you asked me the same question about 5-10 years ago, I would have been like that. He doesn't deserve to be up there, blah, blah, blah. But I'm a Laker fan, so he's a Laker now. He's in LA making movies.
I felt like that was just a little bit of a tear right there, because I feel like you're just like, I love number one, and
yeah, number one was cool because we were kids growing up. Everyone, it translated outside of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
It was people outside. It was a cultural '90s movie, right?
100%. I wasn't a basketball fan at all. Right. Like when I was younger, and I watched it basically because of Bugs Bunny and stuff. Like I knew who Michael Jordan was, but then when you watch it, it's just like, this is a good movie.
Great movie.
Bill Murray and everyone.
Yeah. So hopefully, I just hope that they're able to make Space Jam 2. I know LeBron's very, very. He's high charismatic, so he's just like MJ as well. So he'll be able to really drive a character, drive the movie.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
He's charismatic. He's well, right now he's pitting. That doesn't make sense, but like he draws a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
he's been in a couple movies too. Like I've only seen snippets of him acting. I don't know. I don't remember any names.
Yeah,
though.
I don't think he's been. He's just done
like
cameos.
Small, like small roles. Yeah,
like he's in there.
Yeah,
it's LeBron.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like he played. I forgot which movie, but he played a character. He played a character where he was like an intern. He was in like sweater and everything, tie, and like this giant 6 foot to 7 foot guy. You know, it was hilarious. I thought he played a good role, but. With Space Jam, no, I can see him playing that because he is charismatic. Even when you listen to his interviews,
a lot of character in him as well. So I reckon he'll be able to drive that movie. Plus, he's in LA now. I think it's perfect. It's a perfect combination of everything because he's in Hollywood now. As in, he lives in LA, plays for the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
He draw a lot of attention. He's the biggest player in the NBA right now, as in popularity wise, globally. So he has that draw card. But I think it should have been Kobe first because he was what LeBron is now with LA and how high he was at the peak of his career, and he was very much like Jordan. Yeah,
I get that. I think it's hard to it's hard when they make sequels though. Mm-hmm. Like when you look at like the legacy of Space Jam, it's like, did they want? I think that's the reason why they lagged it. It probably should have been, and definitely should have been Kobe, but they probably lagged it was because, do we want to ruin this franchise? And then like as great, because it's not just 10
years would have been I get what you mean. At the same time, I think at the early years of Kobe's career, he was very controversial. He wasn't the elusive teammate that everyone wanted to be around. He was very hard-nosed, kind of like MJ in his way. MJ at the tail of his career, that's when he did Space Jam. Yeah, when he was but then
isn't that when he came back, right?
After baseball, yep.
Yeah.
So he was kind of tail end. But Kobe, at the start of his career, had a bit of controversy. I don't think like a studio would want to work with him. Yeah, okay. And at the same time, I don't know, but I believe, knowing Kobe and seeing it in hindsight, Kobe, he's very curious. Like he has his own his own studio of story making. He won that he won that Oscar award for the animation of Dear Basketball. Like he's a Grammy nominated. He's not nominated. He's a winner. He's a big Harry Potter fan. I think we talked about that before. But he would have been perfect for Space Jam 2. But, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I could definitely see that. Wow, that's good, though. I don't know. Like, I don't know. With sequels, it's always hard, though. Like, to me. Hard. Especially with that 10-year gap. Like, there's been movies like the original Dumb and Dumber. And then, like, I like the original one. I loved it for me. Just
they just did a recent sequel and then
that was hard. That was trash.
No, there's a movie that they've just done a recent sequel and we've just been like, why did you shouldn't have touched it. I forget what movie it was, but there's some movies you just don't touch.
Yeah, it's classic. Leave it as a classic.
Leave it.
Like they're doing a sequel, and I get the reasons why of like the Avatar. The blue one.
They're doing a sequel?
Yeah. So they're gonna do 2 and 3, and like it's already in production.
Yep.
So they're doing the production and everything. But number 1 was such a classic.
Yeah.
It was such a big. It was like it It was
Is it still number one highest grossing film of all time?
I think Endgame from Avengers.
Oh yeah.
No,
they beat him.
No, but they cheated though. So
Right.
no. So they cheated for one reason.
Oh.
Their end of their run with this is so stupid. So at the end of the run with the Endgame, right?
Mm-hmm.
As in like it was coming onto DVD. It was supposed to come onto DVD a couple of weeks later.
Yep.
Before they did it, they're like, no, we want to beat Avatar. So they re-released it in the cinemas.
Yeah.
They added they put it up a deleted scene that they didn't even finish. Like it was supposed to be the Hulk, but you just see like the Hulk, but not in like they didn't finish the graphics for it, and it was just like part of the story though. Yeah. And that's how they beat it because everyone wanted to watch that scene, but the scene was trash. I love Endgame. Endgame is it's an amazing movie. Did you ever watch Avengers?
Yeah. I watched it in the cinema. I thought it was the way they. Yeah, I wasn't big on the whole. I wasn't like everyone else. Marvel universe. Yeah. I did watch the main.
DC or Marvel? I gotta ask this question. I never asked you this as a friend.
Marvel.
Okay, no, we're good then. We're good. We can still do this.
There's the firepower of DC to Marvel isn't. It just doesn't compare at all.
Yeah.
I do like Batman though, but.
I think Batman. I think everyone likes Batman because even though he's the smartest man in the room, he's the one that he has those leadership qualities. He's so interesting and mysterious. Like he's always someone you're always gonna like. But when you like broaden that horizon,
the whole team,
like that
doesn't compare.
Yeah, like when you look at obviously Christopher Nolan's take on Batman, that's just classic. But when you look at everything afterwards, like the DC universe. It just wasn't connecting, and you could see the difference. I liked Aquaman though. Aquaman was good. You watch that? Nope. Now you gotta watch it. Yeah. It's really good.
I'll take Marvel as a whole. The body of work.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like, there's no comparison.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I remember when Captain America came out and he was facing Thanos. And then, like, he was almost about to die, and the army was coming out. That was such a visual. And then you see the rest of the Avengers come out. It's like, on your left. And I was just like, bro, the goosebumps was on me. I was like, nah. But gaming-wise, though, I've been meaning to get more back into the competitive gaming side.
Competitive? What do you mean by that? Like,
so, I used to be a competitive gamer with Smash Brothers. I was ranked.
But you're weak, bro. I remember being you.
You never beat me. You never played me. You would want to play me. I was good, man. I was ranked. Okay, this sounds bad to you.
Okay, what? Okay. 7th in New South Wales.
17th in New South Wales.
Yeah.
I think top 10. The top 10 was pretty hard.
How many people are there?
There was a lot of people. There was
What's that?
I think it was like in the
300.
Is that not a lot to you? That's not a lot to you. I mean, it's a state though.
If you were 1 out of 300, yeah, maybe because there's still 300 people. But like 17.
That's pretty good, man.
Bro,
what rank were you in 2K? What rank were you in 2K?
No, look.
Let's go.
You can't be proud of number 17 in New South Wales. That's not even all of Australia.
I'm a threat, bro.
17,
I'm a threat. I'm a threat.
How are you gonna be proud of top 17? I was 17 in New South Wales.
You know what that means?
There's 16 people better than you.
But I'm ranked though. I'm ranked. You know, I wouldn't even say. I was ranked.
Like, fair enough. You know how they were saying, oh, he's number 222 in tennis world ranking.
Yeah,
that's world ranking. There's like 3 billion people. You're 17 in New South Wales out of 300 people.
Yeah, but wait. I gotta re-say this. So that was at the end of that was the end of Smash Brothers 4 though. Now there's a new one on Switch, All Stars. So
do you have a Switch?
Not anymore. I play with friends, so I'm not ranked right now. But I was ranked.
You're not number 17?
I was ranked. No, now
I was thinking like number 7. That's actually that's not bad. Top 10.
You know what annoyed me? You probably didn't see it in the camera, but like it was. I'm like, I hope you zoom into this. Your eyes was proud, like, oh, you know what, number 7. That's actually not bad. But then I said like 17, like you're in the top 10. Like what? There was no. Well, anyways, so okay, so. If you were going to go back to gaming, it would probably be 2K, right?
Yeah, 2K.
What would you change in it then?
So the gameplay is weak as. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to. People are gonna People that watch this and they're gonna be like, "Oh, this guy's making excuses," but no, it definitely has changed.
Wasn't
in the
ranked,
past
by the
5
way.
years. Never try to rank myself. I don't be proud of number 17.
This is the wait, but this is the thing about ranks though. No, I didn't choose to be 17. People chose me because I'm like they saw my skill level. Sorry, sorry, my bad. Continue. Yep.
Yeah, with 2K, the gameplay is a bit weak. It's harder to do the certain moves. Yeah. And like Anthony Davis, his putback game. In the NBA, he like grabs the rebound and he can go up and like put it down straight away.
Yeah.
He grabs the rebound, go up, he'll get blocked. And you're just like, that does not happen. Like, that's what I mean about the gameplay. Like, it's not realistic.
That's why I didn't like. That's why I don't like. I never gone to any UFC games.
Oh, yeah.
I just
they were fun. They were fun.
They were
UFC
fun?
one was sick. UFC one was sick. I used to get all the boys around back then. It was like late high school for me.
Yeah.
And we used to just, yeah, it was fun, bro, because you just do the same.
That's
but the ground game was shit.
That's what I didn't like about it.
Trying to roll the analog stick.
Yeah, I didn't like the ground because every time I
top-
played my friends,
the
they just
top
put me to the ground.
You just hold and then just overhand, inside leg kick, inside leg, and you just go. But you know what's funny? I've heard UFC fighters talk about it too. I know we're running out of time, but I've heard UFC fighters talk about it too.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe some NBA players. But then UFC fighters, they go, I was playing UFC, the game.
Yeah.
And then I was doing this one certain move and it was always working. So it was stuck in my head and I was doing it in the fight and it was in his post-fight.
I think that was Conor McGregor.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Conor. No, it
can't be Conor.
No, I think it was Conor. I think it was Conor. I'm gonna find that clip. It was Conor.
Yeah. But they were like, I was playing UFC the game, and I was just this move was always working, and I just stuck with it, and I was like practicing it in the gym, and then look, didn't you see it worked? And I was like, that's crazy. Like I remember in UFC you'd be doing one move, and then you try it out in sparring or the fight, and it's crazy. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's episode 3.
We'll wrap it up there. That was cool.
Yeah, by the way, shout out to Hill's Podcast Studio.
Yeah, for sure.
That's where we're at.
Yeah. Hill's Podcast Studio. We've got all our we'll let you guys know. We've got more content coming out for you. We're just having fun with this right now. Definitely give us a like and a subscribe and follow us. And help us with a name. Hopefully by the time you guys watch this, that we've got a name.
Yeah, hopefully episode 4. Episode 4. I know.
For sure.
Anyways, okay.
Oh, man.
It means no